everybody. I am Cassidy
and Christine,
and we are the youth librarians here in Wellington, Kansas, and we are getting ready to show you our March middle grade new book releases.
Yep, and they will be on the shelf. I always make sure to include that on here because there have been a couple times we have released a video and then people come in looking for the books and they haven't been processed yet. They're processed. They are going up on the shelf as soon as we are done filming this.
Because it's the middle of March. It's spring break. That's why, you know, pretty casual tonight. It's totally spring break here in Kansas. And it was rainy day and then the sun came out. I really think spring is here finally.
Really ready for spring.
I am too.
I'm done. Winter is done.
Me too. I'm over the cold. Okay, so to start, or do you want to start or do you want me to?
Go ahead.
Okay, so my first one is The Unsung Hero of Birdsong, USA, and it is by Brenda Woods. I just read the book jacket on this one. I had never heard of it before, but it's set in 1946, and it is told from the perspective of a 12-year-old boy whose life is saved by an African-American man who served in World War I in one of the only all-black tank battalions. How do you say that?
Battalions?
Battalions. Yikes. Sorry. Anyways, and so he learns, he becomes friends with him and learns lots of great life lessons. So this actually looks like an amazing read. Very, very cool. It gets great reviews and raves. So I'm really excited. This might be a book club
Yeah,
contender.
That sounds like a good one.
For sure.
All right, so my first one is called Orphan Island by Laurel Snyder.
This is another book club contender for sure.
It is. It's a National Book Award long list. Kelly Barnhill, Rick, Riordan, I made sure I knew how to pronounce it, have both talked about this book. And so what this is, there's an island with children on it. They have their own cabins to sleep in. They have food. Like, life is pretty much perfect on this island. And once a year, they have what's called the changing. And that is when a boat comes to the island bringing a new young kid. And it takes the oldest kid on the island and leaves, and they never see that kid again. And so you're following Jenny, who she is now the elder of the island. She's the oldest child there, and they've brought a new little girl for her to teach the rules of the island and how to live on the island and everything. And she's really worried because she knows that in the next changing, she's going to be leaving on the boat and leaving the only life that she's ever known. So
very interesting concept. I've never heard of anything like this. So, and like I said, for Kelly Barnhill, who I think is an amazing writer.
Yes.
And Rick Riordan, who we all know is Percy Jackson.
Well, and he says this is one of those books that haunts you long after you read it, thought-provoking and magical. Yeah. Which, I mean, it sounds like it might be tear jerking.
Exactly. So I think that sounds really cool. It's for sure on my list of things to read. Me next again. This one is called Heartseeker, and it is by Melinda Beatty. There's the cool
cover. I like that
if you
cover.
Can see it. I think it does look cool. Again, it is told from the perspective, I want to say she is only 6 when she learns that she can tell when people are telling lies.
Ooh.
Yes. So then the king finds out that she can tell people that are lying, so I'm assuming it skips because this is a middle grade, so she's probably 12 or 13. And she goes and lives with the king and helps him find traitors. This reminded me when I was reading the blurb.
Truth Witch?
Yeah, a little bit of Truth Witch, but I was thinking of The False Prince.
So
it's like political intrigue. She's going and helping, the king and different things. So if it is anything like that, I think it'll be really cool. So I don't think that there's really any Yep, I think it sounds good. Sounds interesting and different than a lot of middle grade that you see now. So We'll see.
Yeah.
Heartrender. Heartseeker. It's spring break.
It is.
My brain's outside. I want to be in the sun.
All right, my next book is called The Zombie Chasers by John Klopfer. And it's the first in this series. And I just thought this looked good, like, for boys to kind of attract, you know, the upper elementary boys or maybe some reluctant readers. Because, I mean, you just look at the cover. Like, they're going to be drawn to that, absolutely. And this says, when brain-gobbling zombies invade a sleepover at Zach Clark's house, or, whoa. That's right. A sleepover. Oh my
Zach
goodness.
Brown's house quickly turns into a level 3 creepy over.
Right, but I was reading it wrong. I was not following.
Sleepover, creepy over.
Yeah. So thank you for rescuing me here, because I need it often. It says, Zach, his best buddy Rice, and Queen of Mean Madison are on a mission to save the world from their flesh-eating neighbors, but they'll have to survive one another first. And so, I mean, just look at the back. Like, there's a zombie cat
I know.
on there. Like, it just looks like
Anything
it would be...
with a zombie cat is going to be a good read, for sure.
Yeah, like a quick read, a fun. There's, like, a few illustrations in there. Like... This is, a fun read for someone who doesn't want to read.
That doesn't want to read?
Yep.
A lot of them out there. My next one is, we actually just finished the first in this series in a tween book club. And the first book is called Keeper of the Lost Cities. This is, as of now, a 7-book series. This is...
It's a thick one.
And they all are. But we have 6th, 7th, and 8th graders that are devouring this book. Actually, I should take that back. I mean, we had a 5th grader that just read it and loved it and understood it and thought it was great. So this is the 7th book in the Keeper of the Lost Cities, and it is called Flashback. I'm pretty sure this is already on hold, even though Christine hasn't put it out on the shelf yet.
Well, every book is gone except number 6.
Really?
Every book is gone off the shelf.
Wow,
yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I read the first one. Christine got a little into it and then
I
got
didn't
busy
get it finished.
with being a teacher and having a life. I read the whole thing. It was good. It was really good for those
and
kids.
And it sounded good, just from the discussion. I still attended book club, even though I didn't finish the book.
We let her stay, even though she
and
didn't.
Just the conversation everyone was having. It's a book that I do want to finish. I'll get to it one day.
So, Harry Potter fans, Land of Stories, I think those kids would love it. Who else?
What about Percy Jackson? Does it have that vibe at all?
No. Percy Jackson... Yeah, no.
Maybe not, just because there's no
different
mythological. Well,
yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay.
But I was thinking like kids that read like the Unwanteds or what was that other series that you loved? The Iron Trials.
The Magisterium.
Series. So any kid that loves like magic systems and wants to get invested in characters. Will love this book. So this is for those avid readers. Yeah. Don't be intimidated. They are huge books.
They are. All of them are, yeah.
I read it. It did take me a couple of days. So
I think Cameron said she finished it in a sitting. Like she sat down and just read
I think Earl read it in like 2 days too. So so don't let them be intimidated. This is a great series. It is... she comes to find out when she is in 6th grade that she is not human. She is an elf, and that there is an entire elf world that has been illusioned away that's happening, coinciding with ours. So a lot of teen... relationships and angst.
And she's obviously getting older in each book. Like this one, you can tell she's probably a teenager. Right. Well, and she was almost a teenager.
The kids love the covers. Like we had an entire probably 15-minute conversation about like, well, who's this character? Who's the what's going on in the next book?
Yeah,
just from looking at the covers. So, the illustrator did a great job. These are and it, like I said, it wasn't my favorite out of all of the different like series, but the kids loved it.
The kids were super into it.
And I do plan on continuing to read, but apparently not now. If they're all
Right.
checked out, it's gonna be a while. So I hope I remember
get
what it
yourself
is by the time
on the hold
by the
list.
time number 2 comes back, which who knows. But that's awesome. That I can't believe that 1
I
through
know.
5 are checked out.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yep. Good job. You picked that one for book club.
I did.
You rocked it.
All right, so my next book is called Battle of Champions by Henry Leon. And whoop, there's a lot of glare. This is book 2 in the Pea Sprout Chin series. And this series is about Pea Sprout Chin, who is a martial arts skater. Like, there's this whole sport based on it. She goes to this special school for it. And she's the champion. And I don't remember what the first book was about. I looked it up, but I don't remember. But in this one, she is having to battle for her status as the champion, but with this new girl who has come in. But Pea Sprout is starting to figure out that this girl is not exactly who she says she is, and they start to think she's a spy, and so it kind of takes this mystery turn.
Nice.
And Pea Sprout invites her in to be in her, like, battle team, where they do, like, this battle martial arts skating to music.
It sounds like the Karate Kid meets Pokemon Go.
Kind of. So, I mean, it just sounds... Oh, wait, it says here, it's Hermione Granger meets Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, meets The Ice Capades, meets Mean Girls. Right.
2019 in a nutshell. Like, they gotta just keep adding it on.
Yes. Oh my gosh. But there is a lot of praise for
Can
the
you tell
book.
we're getting older and older? Some of this, I'm like, what in the world?
Right. But so, you know, it sounds very fast paced and
Right.
action-y.
Kids love that.
So, yeah.
the more
fun
you
read.
can stuff into a book, the more the kids are like, oh, and then this. It just keeps them.
Well,
It keeps
their
them-
attention, because
Right.
they're used to bam, bam, bam,
I
bam, and
know.
so they want
You're right.
bam, bam, bam in their books.
But bam, bam, bam. Yeah, Keeper of the Lost Cities. I had to make like a chart of characters and their ages and grades, just so that I could, in my head, figure out who was who
Right.
and how they were connected. And the kids were just like, well,
We're like, oh, you didn't know
Yeah,
that he
you
was
didn't.
this person and he went here and he did this?
yeah. But I had to like
Woo.
slow them down, back them up, and I'm like, wait, you missed this. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, did I really? Because they seriously thought one of the guys on the cover was a certain character, and it wasn't. I was right. It was a totally different character. And I was like, you guys didn't even get that? And they're like, what?
I hope
I'm
none
like,
of them watch this video and
Yeah.
are just like, oh God,
I'm like
she's calling
4
us
books
out.
later. I'm like, slow down. It's gonna be okay. And that's why I love book club. And
Yeah.
I do that too. I mean, in my like adult book clubs, people call me out all the time, and I'm like, oh shoot, I must have like skimmed that or fell
Right.
asleep while I was reading and woke up, on a different page.
Yeah.
So I love reading books.
The banter
that
is
the
fun.
same
Yeah.
people read, so you can talk about them.
All right, tell us about this graphic novel.
Oh, okay. So my last one is what's Christine got? She's got a text message coming up on her phone.
Oh my gosh. It's fine. You can read them all.
So this one is a graphic novel. It is called Fake Blood, and it is by Whitney Gardner. One of those books that I came across on Goodreads and all kinds of different lists of great middle grade graphic novels. This one is AJ feels like everyone is changing but him. He hasn't grown nor had any exciting summer adventures like his best friends have. He has the same crush that he's had for years. So he and his crush get to become partners in a school project, and she loves vampires.
Ooh.
So he becomes her partner, and they actually have to dissect vampires in Transylvania, and it actually looks really cool. And like I said, it had tons of very good reviews from kids and from librarians and educators and parents. So
And that's
I
always
think-
nice to find, is one that really is truly middle grade appropriate, because some of them will be touted as middle grade, and I'm just like, I'm putting this up in young adult just because some of the scenarios or things that are talked about in it, I'm like, I wouldn't want my middle grade students students I've had that are now in middle grade reading those scenarios necessarily. So, but I think this one truly is, okay for, like fourth through eighth to read.
Yeah. And again, it looks super thick too, but the illustrations are large and really, really cool. And I'm extremely excited to read this one. So Fake Blood by Whitney Gardner. And it's actually a couple of years old. It's not brand new. Maybe some people out there know it. So if you do, comment and let us know if you loved Fake Blood. So very cool.
All right, my last one is called Curveball by Derek Jeter. And now this is the 5th book in his series. It's called The Contract. But I did just want to talk about it because I don't recollect if I have talked about or we've talked about any of these on the videos. But oh my gosh, what'd I do?
I don't know.
Just like sucked in a breath that was wrong. Okay, I'm fine. Thanks, friend. So this series, especially, baseball season is starting or coming up, or it started, whatever, I don't know, because I don't.
My son has been at baseball practice for like a month, at least.
So, again, this is going to be good for boys, but girls as well. And it's all of the books are based on his childhood, growing up, playing baseball, loving baseball. And this one, I think he goes to his grandparents' house and he's having a great summer playing baseball with his friends that are around there. He finally gets to go to his first Yankees game and is super excited, and he wants to go to more. And his grandma tells him, well, if you want to go to more, you're going to have to earn your own money to purchase your own tickets. And so it's kind of about his adventures.
I like that, Grandma.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. This one seems to be more about his adventures in getting to go to the actual professional games and,
Right. I love that
some
Christine,
good life lessons.
Yeah, is talking about this book because, we do have a lot of kids that come in reluctant readers or, especially here in Wellington 353, they're trying different things with their reading program right now, so they don't have a structured, accelerated reader program anymore.
Right, yeah.
So they're still trying to find, so especially 5th, 6th, 7th grade, they're trying to figure out books that they love. And I don't think that a lot of kids know that we have a series written by Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of those kids that are struggling to find books that they want to read.
Like.
Yeah, so keep this in mind if you have somebody that loves sports or loves action, loves maybe that non-fiction-y, true story type of thing that they might love the series by Derek Jeter, which, again, it, sometimes when they're written by athletes or just famous people in general, they're not great, but I've heard
dry, but
I've heard really great things about this, and it's actually on my TBR too, so that I can recommend this to kids that come in.
Yeah.
I can think of several off the top of my head that I think would love.
Absolutely.
Love that series.
This might be
including my own kid.
This might be a good series to do for boys, the boys tween book club. So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, or even third through 5th grade.
Oh yeah,
book club. Would love that one, I think. So.
Do we have any more we want to show off?
So it looks like.
Ooh, we've got the next I Survived. Battle of D-Day, 1944.
Very cool. I saw another number 2 in the Vision of Shadows Warriors. We are slowly building back up our Warriors book.
Survivors,
collections.
Erin Hunter. We are getting her back.
Probably before Christine started, way before my time, whoever was doing the book ordering kind of pootered out on Warriors because there's 27,000
I think we had 2
books. So we are slowly, gradually adding all of them back in. So if you have a kid that loves Warriors.
Popular.
But, I've been telling all these kids that come in looking specifically for Warriors, she has 3 or 4 other series that are just as great.
So many. She's writing a lot of series.
The kids have been loving Survivors, which is about the African Savannah. Kids love that. What's the other one?
Brave Lands.
Brave Lands. Oh wait, so Survivors is about the dogs. Brave Lands is about the African savannah.
Yeah.
Seekers. We
yes.
have all of those.
And then the Warriors, there are so many offshoots.
Oh, I know.
Like we have the Warriors Power of 3, and then there's another one that I'm getting.
I don't know. I have a huge poster upstairs that like has an entire
like connects all the series
chart.
and how they,
I just stare at it sometimes. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of books. Because I thought about trying to like get into it. I bought my daughter for Christmas the first 5 in the series, and I started reading. I was like, I'm too far behind. Like, there's just no way I can catch up to this.
We also have The Terrible Two's Last Laugh, which this has been kind of a popular series off and on. And this is the final book in the series. That vacuum is distracting me. I don't know if
we're here late.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
if
think
it's
anybody
gonna pick
else
up on
can hear
there.
it. Yeah, just us.
So if your kid has been reading these, this is the final book of the series.
I don't know if this one's brand new or if this is a replacement, but Dork Diaries, book 13. Another one that kids just eat up. This is brand new.
Yeah.
I bet it is, because 13 seems pretty... October 2018, so yeah. Brand new.
I love this cover. I don't know, the colors, the horse, the wings, the Guardian Herd series. It looks really fun. And then owls. I know we've talked about the Guardians of Gahul. I like that, Gahul. We've got book number 3. This is a big series. I think there's several books in this series, but we're slowly building it up.
We got tons of new easy readers, so those aren't middle grade, but if you have some of those 2nd and 3rd graders coming up, I know a ton of kids that love all of those.
Yeah, and this one, it's a little vampire girl.
I know.
Oh, I just love it.
Those easy chapters, those in between, they've come a long way. There's some very cool books. The second Winter House, brand new book, just came out. Very, very cool.
You
series.
talked about the Adventurers Guild in one of our videos, and you didn't
did,
think there was
and
book
I didn't
2,
think
and
there
there
was
was, and now we have it, Twilight of the Elves.
I loved it, so
look at
I'm
this.
excited to read it.
Is this a dragon? What is it?
I don't know, but
I really want to know.
It was a really cool book, so I'm super excited because I really thought, because the first book came out in like 2010, and I just picked it up out of a Scholastic free grab bag, and I was so bummed out because everybody was saying, when's the next book coming out?
9 years later.
9 years later, but it was a really cool read if you have kids that are into that fantasy adventure.
Yes.
Which should be every kid.
Right.
Every kid would love it if they would just give it a chance. Like, I don't think I know anybody that has
hated fantasy.
Yeah. Once they actually try it, like.
But it has to
just
be
give
good
it a
fantasy,
chance.
because there is some fantasy out there, that when you're reading it, you're just like,
I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of middle grade.
Well, not
I can't
off
think
the
of
top of my
anything
head,
middle
but-
grade fantasy that's not fun and cool and would make me want to read more. I seriously cannot think of
I
single
can't
one.
either. But I feel like there are
I'm sure there
books
probably
out there.
are, darn it, but not here. We've got it all, the good stuff. So,
All right.
okay,
Is
cool.
that
We are at
our
24
video?
minutes.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm sure I'm
so-
going to have a couple videos showing up here over our faces to click on for our end screen right now.
Oh, okay. I was like,
This'll
I
be
have no
our
idea
end
what you're
screen
talking
time.
about.
Maybe.
Very cool. So, if you have a middle grader, we have some really exciting stuff coming up and planned for the summer reading program. So maybe we can kind of start to tease about that next month.
Ooh,
because
yeah.
if you have anyone from 3rd through 12th grade and they're looking for something to do this summer, it's going to be a lot of fun. And
I'm ready for it.
We're picking some really cool books and doing something different and unique here in Wellington that we haven't ever done it before.
Yep.
So excited.
Yes.
So now I have like 5 more books I need to read so that we can make some decisions.
All right.
You too, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna read
I'll read them all.
I bet. All right, awesome.
Yep.
We'll have a great spring break and a beautiful, awesome spring march. I'm so excited it's here.
Spring March.
I know.
I'm like hitting the table, making the phone move, so this is going to be a fun,
That's okay.
crazy video.
All right.
Woo!
good
Thanks,
to see you.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.